Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome to Soulstone Survivors, or welcome back to it if you caught my previous coverage. It's a bullet heaven. It's an infinite scaling one with really nice special effects. I played the 1.0 for it, rather liked it, and have been meaning to come back for more. And I figured I'd just wait until the game got some updates. So, yeah, let's just go for this direction. I have not played this character before, so this is going to be kind of messy, but we'll figure it out. The Titan Hunt game mode was the one I think I tried at the end of the previous video, and I think it's my favorite game mode.
Alright, boys. Time to hunt some titans and collect their blood.
I like this guy. He's also got 3 dogs. Let's see. Okay, right. We also just get random materials from these guys. I don't know what any of them are. Let's go for this one. So effectively, we just do like a shorter run.
Like this don't just kill you. It cooks you. Better be fast.
Yeah, we do a shorter run of kind of like a standard Soulstone Survivors round, but at the end of it, we actually have like a big boss that we fight. And at the end of that, we get like a nice perk, and I think we just kind of loot for forever, or until it's time to go fight Cthulhu? Not entirely sure. Unfortunately, yeah, this character doesn't have any of their, they don't have any, let's see. Any talent points, so they might be a little weak, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, let's go for Bomb Barrage. It looks like this guy's gone full Bomb Boy, and so we might as well just, like, own that. Oh, I'm going to be hearing the dogs barking. Okay, ooh. Yeah, we're trying to pick up as many abilities as we pick. Rapid Barrage is not as explosive. Yeah, Bomb Area Frontal Physical. We do get some amount of Blast. So Weakening Grenade applies bleed and disoriented, and is impactful. This just does damage. I think I'm actually, cooldown. Yeah, let's go for the Weakening Grenade. We're just gonna land on as many explosives as I possibly can get. Alright, kill the scorpion, so this summons a bunch of scorpions after me. Oh boy. So part of the problem is, I'm very slow. We desperately need some movement speed and damage. At least I've got pretty good dash. But I've got pretty good dash and I do a lot of bleed. So I might be able to pull this off. I might have picked too high of a difficulty level for a character with 0 talent points. I truly have not played the game, so I don't quite know which challenge difficulty level I should be aiming for. But we seem to be doing fine. Flamethrower. These are all kind of bad for me, so let's re-roll. So we have Explosive Shot. Shrapnel Bomb. Shrapnel Bomb.
Perfect timing for this.
Yeah, I can't get any passive upgrades for a bit. I have the rune that makes it so my first 5 level up options are all active abilities. I figured I'd get that out of the way, have the full complement of what abilities, you know, I can get, and then I work from there. These are all pretty bad for me. Minefield's kind of in there. Sure. Okay. And that should be all of the levels I can get, so now it's just a matter of picking up status effects and buffs and stuff that actually can help me survive and win. I think we're doing okay. Okay. So I could pick up like Frag Shot or some of these. Chromatic Bolt obviously is helpful, but we're just going to switch to this. And re-roll. Oh, skip active skills. There we go. Block Power, Cast Frequency of Mine. I'm really hoping I can do something better than this. You know what? I'll grab Magnetic for now.
I feel it kicking in.
And one thing I love about this over many other bullet heavens is it does not rely on contact damage. Let's see. Increases the damage of every bleed you apply, considering that's like probably my main source of damage. Yeah, more bleed is good. What we love is features that actually synergize with bleed. Okay, more magnetic? Sure. Especially this early on, it's a big experience booster. And also means I don't have to work as hard to pick up the experience, which means I can scale just a little bit faster. We will see. Caster skills a little bit more. crit chance wouldn't be a bad idea, but at least this is fine. But yeah, no contact damage means that as long as you're kind of paying attention, you can actually avoid most enemy attacks. These are all kind of bad. It's actually really tempting to go for the 10% movement speed. All your attacks now apply bleed. Well, they already do. Now they apply more. What we want are the abilities that say, like, when you apply bleed, also do this, because those are huge. Max health wouldn't be a bad idea. However, we are going to banish Leviathan. Gains damage, reduces movement speed. That's just always bad. I mean, okay, it's not. I've definitely seen some good ones.
That's what we know.
Okay. We want to run around breaking all of these crystals. Get that one. Holy smokes. Okay. Attacks may apply more bleed. Let's see. Multicast chance. Sure. Not a particularly huge boost, but I'll take it. Block power, crit damage. Let's go for multicast. If I can get that up to 100%, obviously things get funny. Okay. More cast frequency? Yeah. Okay, there's the crystals. Now, I don't remember what the merits of us clearing a purple versus a green. I know, or a blue versus a green. I know a blue gives us 3 progression towards the boss. I guess what we should probably do is try and time it so that we can go over. Whatever that's going to give me, I do not know. And my comment about hearing the dogs barking, I lived in a small rental house a couple years ago, and our neighbors were not very good dog owners, and they would just leave their poor dogs out, more or less 24/7. And these are like unsocialized dogs in tiny yards, maybe 10 by 20 feet tops. And so, yeah, they had nothing to do but bark, and they would bark a lot. And so I have like a very small tick of like, when I hear a dog barking incessantly, I'm like, that's not a dog that's taken care of particularly well. I know some dogs do bark often, but like we have one neighbor who has somebody that lives in our current apartment complex, who has like a bloodhound, and that thing will just bark incessantly when he takes that on a walk. And like, I get it as a bloodhound, only do so much about that, but like many other dogs, not so much so. But I'd also question the like wisdom of being somebody living in a small apartment complex and getting a bloodhound of all things. Kind of like having a 10 by 20 yard and then picking up a normal, even full-size dog. I don't want to linger on this, but I always feel like I have to kind of qualify so I'm not just like the guy who hates dogs on YouTube. Let's see. Ooh, crit chance, crit chance. We do want some more movement speed. But it was not fun when our neighbor would let their dog out to go to the bathroom at 4 in the morning and the dog would... Well, then they would go back in and leave the dog out there, and so the dog would be barking. Okay, just 10% more damage on everything? Yeah, let's do it. I think we just get a lot more experience from clearing out one of the blues. And maybe materials, which we do need? I don't know, it's been a little while. Let's go for some max health. We seem to have some degree of, like, passive healing, which is appreciated. But so, let's see, multicast chance for everything? Yeah. We just kind of want to stack that up so it gets up to 100% on all of them. Okay. I guess let's go work on the greens. Yeah, let's probably work on the greens. I'm surprised we haven't found a magnet yet. But it's okay. But yeah, because of this tick, I don't know, this bad experience for a couple of years, I've been adverse to playing characters that have, like, animal companions that make noise, just because it's like, I don't know, it sends me back a little bit. It's weird. It's the things you pick up from various bad living conditions. I have the same thing with planes, actually. Same housing situation. Ooh, area? Yeah.
Stronger already.
Same place, pre-pandemic. We lived there from like 2019 to 2022. And the first year that we were there, we were directly under the flight path of a small flight training school. And hearing just like a bunch of the small, let's see, increase the damage of the bleeds we apply? Yeah. You know, the really small, maybe like 2-person planes flying overhead, but like only a couple hundred feet above,
Keep hunting, boys.
you know, a couple hundred feet above my house tops. Those things are loud as hell. Especially when you're hearing 1, 2, 3, 4 go by. Like area of effect, damage increase of all bombs. Oh yeah, absolutely. Not even a question. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to kill this guy. He seems pretty tanky. No. He's going down. Nobody dropped, though. Maybe not much. But yeah, so if a game randomly has like a biplane that goes over your, you know, overhead, I actually try to shy away from those things.
Treasure's out.
Let's see. Area of effect of all shrapnel? Hell yeah. This is why I try and mix and, or go for as many of the exact same type as possible. So let's double up. Why not? Because I'm locked into the area with a treasure chest, so I might as well just be fighting everything as we go along. Let's see, cast frequency. Because this is just one skill, so I might as well go for every skill.
That'll be just fine.
Damn, that's a lot of experience. It's very satisfying watching kind of the 3D effect of them pop up and fly at me. Area modifier of mortar shot, yeah. Okay, more damage, more damage. Still haven't found any of the really cool skills. The ones that are like, hey, when you apply bleed, you also apply burn or something like that. Those are not that common, but they're very convenient. Okay, so instead we'll just continuously boost my bleed damage. Okay, multicast with bombardment. Now let's get our crit chance up. One of the things that I did, maybe this wasn't the best choice, but I made it so that my overall damage is reduced by 20%, but my crit damage is up by 60. So I should get up to 100% crit. Let's just go for the pickup area for now. Not that it's amazingly good. Okay, what are we looking at? Probably just head for the green up at top. And work our way over there. I picked this character kind of hoping I could go for like a summon build, but that must be one of his alternate builds. Because I still have not actually done a particularly successful, like, big summon build in this game. I think partly because I didn't have the correct classes unlocked for it. And so that's one of those, like, wish list item builds that I do want to pull off eventually. Well, let's keep stacking that bleed damage. And that is something to kind of consider here from like a DPS perspective in terms of the reduce your overall damage but increases your crit damage. I'm not sure if it was overall damage actually. But I should look at, area modifier or 30% more bleed damage. I'm just going to go for AoE. I don't know if it's necessarily a good thing, but I kind of want to be able to hit the whole screen as much as possible. There was some kind of natural regen that I don't remember. It must be a talent maybe from one of the other characters.
More friends. That's what we need now.
Okay, bombardment, a little bit of crit chance, a little bit of crit chance. We still want to get that up to 100, if possible. Okay, pop this open. Okay. More damage for the minefield. It's like, it's tempting to go for the universalized upgrades because it applies to everything evenly. However, there are some upgrades that are just better. Okay. We still want as many of these materials as we can get our hands on. Which I think is the other reason why I like Titan Hunt. Okay. I have to double check this one. So we actually do not want to do this one yet. That's going to be 3 that'll put us at maximum void fragments. If I ignore it briefly, go down here and do the 2 common ones, then come back for the blue, we can get above and beyond the amount of void fragments we need. I don't actually know if this is the correct play. Oh, kill the Lords of the Void. I didn't know they would spawn. Ow. Sandstorm. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately we are taking some random damage here. There's some really big AoEs being hucked around. Whoop. And that is 100% going to kill me. I just healed for 55? Did I break a crystal? Must have. 40% damage increase to all burst. That's pretty good. The bleed upgrade would be nice too, but I'll go for the flat damage. The problem is these AoEs are actually making it really difficult. Are there more Lords of the Void? There's like 2 sand guys here. On top of the Prophetess and the Ice Dude. I might actually just die here. Well, it's okay. We might get some talent points for this guy. And may want to just consider going to a slightly lower difficulty level on this one, because I did not recognize how much punchier this is going to be. Ow. And I do also have 2 extra lives, but yeah, we're not touching the bosses. I also haven't invested, like, at all.
That'll do just fine.
Into defense. And I don't see any health crystals. We do have that very slow regen, like there's a possibility I can pull this off, but I just get randomly blasted by something. Yeah, like 12 damage there that I did not see. It might have been a directed projectile attack, like those ice shards. Well, more damage. And who knows, with the extra lives, I might be able to pull this out. Just... yikes. Oh, health crystal. That was a very well-timed health crystal. Yeah, we are applying a decent amount of poison, or poison bleed out there, which is good. Multicast chance, oh, but only for the minefield. Yeah, so if I can't pull this off, that's okay. It's one of those where, at the very least, hopefully we get a number of talent points for this guy. I was just hoping to maybe beat the first boss, but... so be it. I think we killed the 2 sandstorm guys. Let's just go for more total bleed.
That'll do just fine.
Know what those blue orbs are? I don't think they're mine, at the very least. Cripes? Ow! Okay, let's see if I get immeasurably lucky. I was not expecting... oh, we do have a health crystal down there. If I can survive long enough to get to it. HP. There it is. Got it. 55 HP. We're good. I'm getting through this on pure grit. Or something. Okay, there's one. Yeah, those big sand guys are still present. Okay. Let's go for a 16% multicast chance on everything.
Timing for this.
Ow.
One
Okay,
step
got her.
closer to the Titan.
Got those. Cause more damage. Yeah, I don't know which is better. Yeah, I was gonna say one of the reasons why I do like this this specific game mode is I get a lot of different materials. There's our magnet. Oh, good. Wish I had gotten the magnet first in retrospect. Okay, that hurt. Well, do we want to just head for the boss? Because I'm not going to survive another one of those. I'm kind of feeling like that's the case.
Kicking in.
Okay, kill the scorpions. I could work with that. It's really these sandstorm dudes. Ow. Oh, this is a terrible location, though. Do they split? Oh, is that it? Alright, well, there goes one of our extra lives. I should be dodging a little bit more. Ow. Something just exploded on me. Okay, more cast frequency. Yeah, I think I might have to go down to base difficulty level for this, at least until some of my characters have picked up some more talents, or I just only come back with characters that actually have talents that are worth a damn here. Still, I'm not feeling like I'm doing too terrible for a weak man with big bomb and bigger dreams. Does make me also question, oh, you know what, maybe I should. There's a rune that makes it so I only get 2 options with leveling up, but they're always uncommon, at least. I might want to pick that up.
Another fragment. Keep.
Okay. Let's go for some armor. Overall bleed. Okay, so I'm not doing too hot health-wise. Can I just get through here? No, I have to go around. And I'm healing very slowly, but I shouldn't.
Alright, here we go. Hope you're ready to lose, Titan.
Oh, I'm at least up to full health. Anyway, yeah, if I get completely crushed here, we drop the difficulty and then try again. Probably a different character, though. Just because I'm trying to go for some level of variety. We also want to unlock a bunch of different abilities. This is why I want a bunch of movement speed. Wait, holy shit, I'm melting this guy. I guess it's because it's really easy to hit him. And so yeah, I'm able to stack like 1,000 bleed stacks on him. And those do, like, actually tons of damage. Question, what is my skill? Is it skill breakdown? Okay. DPS seems to be on average about 66k. Where's the bleed, though?
Now the Titan blood, soon the king will also bleed.
Okay, so all your attacks now apply exposed. Increases direct damage taken, or damage modifier of your attacks based on the number of stacks of bleed on the target. This is tempting, but if I remember right, this is one of those where it actually clears out my pool with every round. Yeah, it would require 500 stacks. I don't know. Let's try exposed.
Fuel for the fight.
The bleed one would be good if I was continuing it, but I believe, and don't quote me here, but I think it's one of those where my build resets and we go from there. I don't actually know. Let's go for Brokenth. Well, we've got the Houndmaster up to prestige level 50, so I guess this was the correct choice. And no, I do keep all the bleed. Oh, so maybe it was the other mode, the chapel. Okay, multicast chance with weakening grenade. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. And actually, you know, going for the damage booster that we just picked up, I think that's actually good. We're applying a lot of stacks of it. The other one would have been a big damage bonus also. I'll go for the movement speed. Okay, so we have one tentacle left.
More friends.
Yeah, if we can get anything that gives me, like, ooh, more bleed. More bleed is good. Anything that scales off of status effects, also good. Armor. Yeah, we could use some survivability. I am feeling weirdly strong, actually, but who knows. More bleed. Okay, what else do we have here? Another blue. Lords of the Void. Ah, shoot. Bizarrely, it seems like Lord... Oh, God. Okay. Why are the Lords of the Void so goddamn tanky? Like, I thought I was doing well. Those tentacles were melting, but, this does not remain true of these guys. And they're still melting a little. Really wish I could increase my bleed duration. Ow. Yeah, the problem is fighting like 4 of these guys simultaneously is actually really rough.
That'll do just fine.
Especially in a like really confined location. Let's see. No, we're just going for the movement speed. Okay, we're taking some of them out. Alexi is looking pretty bad. Oh, beautiful.
That ain't right.
I will also notice, note, I should practice it a little bit more. But if I'm playing a character with a Western, like a cowboy accent, I will start mimicking it. I don't know why. Like I don't have a, oh yeah. I was hoping that was going to be a little spicier, but I'll take it. Okay, the Prophetess is looking pretty bad. Let's go for a 5% cast frequency. Alright, so we've taken one of them out, which is great, actually. Ow. I want to take out Laserface here, the Eternal... I think it's the Eternal Guardian. Though, I mean, Alexi and Ice Guy are tricky, and probably need to die. Let's go for the crit damage.
I feel it kicking in.
He's just got the really annoying laser that's hard to dodge, but then again, it's no longer hard to dodge as I'm now actually fast. still think I want him dead. Yeah, if there's any kind of upgrade that I can get that specifically gives me... sure. Any kind of upgrade I can get that gives me longer bleed duration. That would be, like... That would be the ideal. Okay. Yeah, I think the weakening stacks actually are good, but hard to say. I can do better than that. Well, no, maybe I can. Ow.
That'll do just fine.
That was some damage. Okay, then all that's left is Alexi, which makes much of this much easier. Oh god, do not run through those. And frankly, I think Alexi probably was the one I should have been aiming for the most. Just because those poison zones last an absurdly long time on the ground. No. I want that magnetic, it's tempting, but we need that bleed damage. Okay, so we don't want to pick that up yet. We want to go over here, grab that, to then come down here and pick it up. That would just hoover it all up. Area modifier for shrapnel. Yeah, for whatever reason, this is actually going up exponentially. Like, the first couple of bleed stack upgrades were pretty small. But even now, a common upgrade is getting me a decent chunk. Alright. Well, despite the stress of the previous region, this is actually feeling pretty good, and yeah, we got this character up to Prestige 50 in one cycle, which seems really good. Okay, area modifier of Bomb Barrage, I'm just going to keep going for that. Because the thing is, we don't want the damage as much, we want cast, we want cast frequency, we want multicast, and we want... area of effect. I still don't actually know how much bleed damage each of these is doing, but again, watch them have even more HP. Yep. At least I'm fast now, so this should go a little bit quicker, and there's only 3 of them as opposed to 4. Oh, I maybe should have gone for that speed upgrade. Oh well. Wait, holy shit, we're actually doing a ton of damage to them? Sure. Yeah, it's like once I get a bunch of those bleed stacks going, everything dies. Because yeah, that Tiagro the Eternal Guardian melted really fast, actually. I was just looking at him and it was just like millions of damage really quickly. This is gonna hurt? Nope, we got out of there. This is why I probably should continue to invest in movement speed. It may also just be the frequency.
Feel for the fight.
Like, I may also just do, like, gobs of damage to something really close. If they're actually taking all of my attacks due to the stacking elemental damage. Where's the... I have no idea. Bleed now causes more damage more frequently. Gersh. Okay, we want to come up here. Pick that up, then grab that. Nice hoover. Crit damage is pretty good. I don't remember if status effects can crit in this game. Higher multicast chance for all of them. Yeesh. Okay, so I've got an amount of healing. Let's just head over here. Alright. More of these guys. I'm just gonna kind of focus fire Lexi for a little while. Now that I know that I can potentially use that to do gobs of damage to... Oh, he's just dead.
That'll do just fine.
Huh. It must be those bonus damage stacks
That's what we need now.
that we're getting. It's the only assumption I can make there. This is interesting. I've actually never had this experience. I've always had kind of good builds in this game, but I've never actually gotten it to the point where I feel like I can burn something to death in like no time flat. I think it's probably those vulnerability stacks because they last for forever. Well, they don't last for forever. They last long enough, but they stack endlessly. Lords of the Void again, really? Okay, I'd like to kill Captain Spin to win. Ow. But I think, well, no. Fallen King is actually toast. Go for the Chaos Bringer next. Okay, block power, yeah. I'll just aim for a little bit of survivability here.
Fragment's mine. Keep shooting.
How did I get all the crystals? Yeah, it's okay. My pickup radius is huge now. But yeah, I've had busted builds, but it's always felt like the bosses still take a while to kill. I think this is the first time I've ever felt that I can actually, like, burn them down really fast, and it's gotta be because of that damage stacking. Also, I think my bleed has gotten pretty strong. Okay. Well, let's go get the blue location. When if you apply bleed, a portion of the damage is damaged instantly. Oh my god. Okay, here we go.
I feel it kicking in.
What is this? Kill the Dune Beasts. Melt for me, creatures. I'm really curious how many of these are custom models and how much are not. So if you're not aware that at least the base version of this game used Sinti. Let's go for more movement speed. Let's see. Use the Sinti 3D model asset pack. It's like one of the most prolific in just gaming. I think the models are pretty affordable. They look nice enough. But unfortunately, like, everybody uses them. However, it's kind of felt like a lot of these models seem new. And so I almost kind of wonder if the developers have actually just, like, been commissioning a bunch of new models. Not to replace, but to supplement Sinti. Ooh. Okay, don't stand in those. Get toasted, sir. Oh my gosh, he takes some real damage. Alright, what perk did we get? All your attacks now apply Shattered. Increases your crit damage against nearby enemies. Let's go for this one. Reduces armor by 3. Any kind of weird status effect stacking seems like a good idea. I don't know, do I want to go Golden Burglar next? I think that's the play.
Time to find the little kid.
Just get to pause and get this guy his meta progression upgrades, but it's fine. We'll get that between. Lords of the Void again. Fair enough. More bloodshed damage. I guess let's just go for this guy. Maybe? Or there's Alexi. I don't know. Just go crit chance. Aim for those. Wow. Aliz is just taking dumb damage. Ow, so am I. This is why we probably need to invest a little bit into armor. Yeah, we've actually just killed all of them. Kind of passively, without even really paying attention. Okay, multicast chance. Pick that up. Okay, bomb barrage or both area. Let's go for this one. Bigger area. I'm gonna go for the block. The thing is, like, bigger area is nice and tempting, but it's all moot if I die. And so I'd prefer to avoid it if at all possible.
Fragment's mine. Keep shooting.
Enemies are more resistant to all negative effects. Interesting. I can reroll. I have so many rerolls. Okay, more bleed damage. Let's see. We do actually have a healing crystal down here. Yeah, boosting my max HP up a bunch would not be the worst idea. Kill the scarabs. Bigger area. That was some more health, but
That is right. More fragments.
oh, that was fast.
No.
Okay. Damage, cast frequency of mines. We can do better. Yes. 12% crit, which is really helpful. Area of effect for everything. Yeah. Ooh, purple. Multicast for everything. So purple's worth 4. We could do it now or we could save it. I think we save it. Let's go hit some of the common ones. Because I think purple should be the last one I get. Unless it forces me at which point. Alright.
One step closer to the top.
Alright, max health. Another 30. Because at this point, we're kind of looking for one-shot protection. More bleed damage. There's a blue. Perfect. Yeah. For the Sandscale army. You suckers are going to burn.
Another
Damn, that was
fragment.
fast.
Keep hunting, boys.
Yeah, compared to the Lords of the Void, everything else is just goofy snack. Expansive. I want to go for the bleed boosts, but the bigger my explosions are, the better. I can do better than these, maybe. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep going for the speed. Faster I am, the less that's going to hit me. More bleed damage. Alright, get all the materials. Let's see, multicast of all bombs. Yarp. More bleed. Area is tempting. And I could probably re-roll a bunch of these. Instead of just picking them and hope... see if I can get something higher rarity. I really like it when roguelikes have, like, luck as a thing. Area power. Like, luck is a stat that you can invest in, so over the course of the run, you get rarer and rarer abilities to the point where you become absolutely monstrous. Okay, so we can't do the green. That'll end this. Let's go for more movement speed. I'll just be the fastest cowboy in the east.
More fragments.
There's the fragment. Not much of one, but it's fine. Lump of experience, and then there is a resource rock over here. Perfect. Our area modifier. Let's pop this purple open. Watch it be Shadows of the Void. Not Lords of the Void. Oh, this could be spicy.
Perfect timing for this.
Okay. Attacks now apply even more bleed. Wait, did I already kill one of them? I did. Damn. I saw the couple million health price tag on these guys and I got scared. And then it just didn't matter. Let's keep going for that movement speed. Let's see, max health, armor let's go for 45 max health.
No more hiding, big fella. I need your blood.
If I remember right, each of these bosses has like specific perks that you can get from them. Unfortunately, I don't know what they are. But I think they have a more limited. Sucker has 1 billion health. That's wild.
Bottle it up. Your blood is mine. But
It took almost no time. Every time you apply Exposed, you have a chance to gain Radiance. Whenever you cast a skill, consume 12 stacks of Radiance. The critical damage and cast frequency is so tempting. But we do Expose, so let's go for Radiance.
yeah, that'll do just fine.
Maybe they don't have a specific pool. It's really hard to say. Go for the Broodmother. Oh, we're up to Prestige 100. This is working out great. I think at this point, rather than trying to go for, okay, apply more bleed,
One step closer to the top.
go for the cast frequency. My main thing is the cast frequency was something that I could get just by playing the game. And just doing stuff. Yeah, let's just go hit. Well, do we hit the purple? No, we're fast enough. I don't even need magnets anymore. Okay, snag those.
That'll do.
And kill the cave bats. Easy peasy. Multicast for everything. Yerp.
Fragment's mine.
But yeah, the beam was not something I was going to be able to get normally. And I'm not regretting this choice. Area of effect of everything. I'm actually scaling to absurdity here. Normally I'd assume with this game being as... I'd actually want to... Let's just go for... Is that only 15 max health though? I might want to consider banishing some things.
More fragments. That's what.
At least I gain more rerolls, so it's not that bad. Okay. Oh. Yeah, let's go for the block power, though I should be working on crit. But yeah, what's the point where I stop picking up magnetic? I don't know. Okay, can I actually check? Armor power. Wow, you need a lot of armor power. What was the other one? Damage reduction and... Oh. Okay, so block power is actually working quite nicely.
Another fragment. Keep hunting, boys.
Bleed. Bloodshed. Oh, we've got a treasure goober.
I got you.
A lot of health.
Thanks for the treasure.
We did drop a treasure chest. Oh, no, this is the treasure chest.
Trouble's coming.
Yeah, so what is my multicast on some of these? Pretty good. Music here is very strange. Okay. That's tempting, but no, let's go for the cast frequency. And I'm just an unending source of laser beams, too. Which I don't know how much damage they do. I guess we could actually check. Fine. If I do skill breakdown, will it tell me radiance? Is all of a sudden my highest damaging thing. The dog bite actually is terrible. Is bloodshed the same as bleed? I have no idea.
Ooh, yeah. Good choice.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just pop these open. They have a lot of rerolls, but I should probably hold off on them for a little
One step
while.
closer to the Titan.
There we go. Bigger AoE. Kill more cave bats. So after this, I could do another
Fragments mine.
green.
Keep shooting.
There, perfect. Yeah, I'm just trying to eke out as much power here. I was originally planning on doing like 2 runs, but yeah, Titan Hunt just is so much better paced than the rest of the game, maybe. It at least has the length and speed that I'm looking for.
Fragments. That's what we need now.
Okay, multicast weakening grenade, sure. Okay, we want to go hit the purple, which is probably going to be Shadows of the Void again. Watch it be cave bats. Shadows of the Void, figured as much. Probably just 4 of them. Let's see. Tempting. I'm going to keep going for that max HP. I want to be chunky.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fine.
Just not even close.
Another fragment. Keep hunting, boys.
Alright. Grab everything. We're doing quite well.
Ooh,
Now let's see how
a
fast they
Titan bleed
melt.
The same as their friends.
I also don't remember how much Titan blood I need before we actually move on to fight the Titan himself. That's 5 billion HP. Not for long.
To the great void.
Get toasted. Multicast chance.
We
That's the
must
good stuff.
endure.
Okay, every time you crit, you have a chance to gain haste. That's just move speed. Crit chance and move speed. Okay, so let's go for an Arachnid Frenzy, which means I'm now too fast. Oh. Enter the portal. I don't remember which is which. I'm going into the purple one. Okay, ready to open the primordial portal. Oh. I could probably do, like, one more. I also haven't seen some of these before. I think they've added some more bosses,
These woods
maybe.
are perfect for my hunting style.
These woods are perfect for my hunting style. Bombs! You ever go dynamite fishing? Yeah, that's my preferred method of fishing. What do you mean it's legal? What are laws? I don't care about laws. I got the biggest bombs. And also a laser cannon. Don't question where that came from. It just kind of happens out of my face.
Oh yeah. Good
Like
choice.
Cyclops, except for I got 3 dogs instead of the rest of the X-Men. And they're terrible, but that's fine. Every once in a while I wonder about that with, like, certain YouTubers and things, you know, being a PNG tuber at this point. Like, how much could I lean into a character? And it would remain, like, acceptable. I'm sure there are people like that. I think there was a YouTuber that got, like... Oh, right. I've completely stopped paying attention. I'm just fighting things. There was a YouTuber, I think a while back, that a lot of people were like, oh, really interested in, and then it was kind of like... Found out that the voice they were putting on was like a complete... was like completely fake. Or at least, you know, they didn't sound like that in real life, and I haven't heard of them since. I'm gonna buy the last level of magnetic, and then I think I'll just leave it there. And I don't actually know, like, how much this matters. It might just be one of those that I'm just not on social media in such a way that I would see these people. Let's see. More bleed, even if it's the common upgrade. Yeah, I think I'll go for the reduced... Oh, Lords of the Void. Oh boy. This is like the smallest arena to fight these guys too. Oh, wait. No, they have like 6 billion HP. It just doesn't matter. I'm gonna banish magnetic at this point. We just don't care.
I feel it kicking in. More friends.
Damn.
That's what we need. No.
I really was not expecting this to be as effective as it is, but hey, here we are. Let's pop these open. I think about that kind of often. You know, how many different YouTubers I've had contact with in some way, shape, or form, or even was just, like, aware of, and am no longer. Years and years ago. I tell this story, like, not infrequently, but I was part of, like, a big YouTuber's pet project that went nowhere. It was supposed to be kind of like Survivor, but for random games. And so, like, every week or so, we'd have, like, a new challenge. And then somebody, whoever, like, presumably the least performing player, but not always, would get, like, voted off. And we made it all of, like, 2 sessions into it before just everybody stopped talking about it, and nothing ever came of it. Which is, of course, a problem. And, you know, it's not like I could have done anything. I had, like, 250 subs at the time. Like, I was a tiny babby channel. Had almost no sway. No way could have I, you know, kept that a-rolling. At least on my own power. But yeah, then the guy got, years later got caught for being a creep. And, like, being in a relationship with a person who had been a minor when he'd, like, started talking to them, which is just, you know, no thank you. Very glad I had no connection to that person beyond this thing that never went anywhere. I always wonder, like, how many other bullets I've dodged. Or how many opportunities I've missed. Because I definitely have some of those, you know, games that I could have covered more aptly. Damage of the impactful trait. Whenever you apply bleed, you now apply expose as well. Oh, baby. Enter the portal. What was that golden portal then? I should have gone through it. Well, do you want to do Skull Crusher? I can go a little bit longer.
Today we hunt. Tomorrow.
I do appreciate that it seems to be giving me more of these, like, purple locations. Okay, so now we apply even more exposed. Yeah, that's even more damage.
One step closer to the Titan.
Yikes. But yeah, I remember when a bunch of YouTubers that I was aware of, but not friends with, were starting to get into Deep Rock Galactic. And I remember being like, oh, I should eventually, like, pick that up and play it. I'm going to banish the movement speed at this point. Let's go for some more health. Not that we've been in any, like, immediate danger. I've barely even taken damage recently, but I also do so much damage that unless it's, like, a really good perk, I don't think more damage is going to make a difference. Kind of. It will. Just not as much. But yeah, I do wonder if I'd, like, what would have happened if I had, been pushier about, or pushier if I'd actually gone out of my way to, like, dive into Deep Rock Galactic a little earlier. Ooh. Chance to crit enemies with full health. Sure. Not that that really makes too much of a difference. Snag this one. Not that I think I would have become, like, a all-in Deep Rock Galactic creator.
Another fragment. Keep hunting, boys.
But I know that was one of those where it's like, I could have gotten access to that earlier. Another one would have been like, well, I mean, kind of Hades and Dead Cells. That was one of the first creators to get access to those games, just because I was, like, reasonably large at the time. And this is pre-pandemic, before, like, the number of specialized streamers became, like, absurd. But unfortunately for both of them, I kind of burnt out early. You know, I played a lot of the early access versions and then didn't do the best, I don't want to say clickbait exactly. Ow.
That's what we think now.
Yeah, Alexi does hurt. Ooh, we got something in the bottom right corner. Treasure goblin.
I got you, beast. Thanks for the trade.
Dropped a gold thing for me.
That mineral's worth bleeding.
Yeah, I'll go out of my way for it. Let's see. But, I don't know. I think there's also some kind of question on the... Oh, boy. I don't want to say, like, the longevity of YouTube. Let's just keep pushing the bleed damage. A 40% damage bonus on one of my skills isn't particularly huge. Oh my gosh. The laser beams cannot fire fast enough. I'm stacking more of it than I can spend, which is so funny. Let's see, what was I going to say? Kill the war trolls. I do have some, like, questions on the longevity of YouTube and, like, this whole format. Ooh, crits now apply bleed. Well, considering all of my attacks are bleed, or are crits at this point, I'm pretty sure. Let's get this one. But I was reading a thing... I only skimmed it. I should go back and read more. But it was talking about how, like, the games industry has been pretty stagnant for the last couple of years and is likely to get even more stagnant, not less. And that the only side of the games industry that's quote-unquote healthy right now is the mobile games market, which I don't feel great about, because the mobile games market is much more predatory than regular games. You know, you do get some good games in there. Usually it's ports of indie games that get brought over. Literally the only mobile game I own that I've bought in the last decade has been Balatro. And I know there's, like, Clover Pit and a couple other ones that are admittedly kind of addicting and fit well on mobile platforms, but let's see. All bleed damage.
Yeah, that'll do just fine.
Yeah, fit well on mobile platforms, but I don't know. It's mostly just one of those where, like, I'm not interested in mobile gaming. I miss handheld gaming. I miss having a Game Boy Advance. Well, I have one. I just miss new games coming out for it. And I'm kind of hoping with, like, the...
Fragment. Keep hunting, boys.
I'm hoping with the increase in popularity of, like, the Steam Deck and computers getting smaller, and then also people being less interested in, like, games that push the margin visually, that we might actually get, like, honestly, the PlayStation Vita 2. Something like that would actually be incredible. And the Switch Lite is certainly small enough, and so, you know, if we get a Switch 2 Lite, that'll be even better. But that, yeah, I have some questions on, like, where the games industry is even going to be in the next couple of years, just because it does kind of feel like AAA is given up. Well, they haven't given up. It's just the infinite money machine that they were so reliant on has kind of dulled out. Oh, God. I mean, this is incredible, but damage of every bleed you apply based on cast frequency. Okay, what's the golden portal? Does that just end things? If it just ends things, so be it. Treasure bug. Oh, treasure bug hideout.
Treasure's out, trouble's
I
coming.
really wish it had explained this with like a tooltip, but oh well. Yeah, I'm sure somebody saw me ignore the previous gold portal, but literally, like, I had no way of knowing one way or another. It could have just as easily ended the run early.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Good job.
And yeah, I truly would have no idea. Well, that's okay. I probably only missed out on a couple of levels. I don't know. Do we want to end it here? At this point, we're starting to get some re-rolls. We could get the Glacial Watcher. Like, we do have these two, but let's... Oh, I guess we can also just re-roll them. See if we run into anything else. Nope, that's pretty much all of them. I'll leave the other characters as like a mystery for later. Let's
Titan bloods in hand.
go
open
slap
that
Cthulhu
cursed
into a pile
primordial
of pudding.
portal.
I really like this game mode. Like, I think this is the reason why I didn't play this game that actively, is the previous run system just didn't feel right.
King's Sanctum. All right, time for the final hunt.
It felt too limited and too repetitive, and needed proper boss fights. And there were the Lords of the Void, but the way the Lords of the Void scaled, it was just more of them over and over and over again, and that was not exciting. More of them with higher stats. And so, how many? I mean, it's only 3 in this case, with admittedly 200 billion HP, which is, of course, absurd. It just does not save them.
Won't be long now.
Okay, get the other green. But, you know, also with AI becoming... I'm not going to say jammed into anything. There's a game I was looking forward to. Like, legitimately looking forward to. And I tried launching it today. Ahead of launch. Like, before it actually was supposed to come out. I was like, yeah, maybe I can sneak in a video or two. Before, like, the official release time. Just so I can actually, you know, double up and not wait. I'm just going to hang out here. Kind of in both regions. But yeah, the servers for the game were not up yet, and so it had like this SSL error page that was just like a really badly AI generated Sully from Monsters Incorporated as a kid, watching as their game console exploded. But you know, super overtly AI in a like kind of deeply embarrassing way, and I want nothing to do with the practice. This should surprise literally no one if you've ever heard me talk, but, you know, was a trained artist, know a lot of artists. Creative endeavors are very much the bounds of, like, that should be reserved for humans and not pumped out by a machine. Let alone a machine that, like, ingested millions of artists' work, life's work, while also, you know, ousting them from the market or at least devaluing them heavily. Like, this really shouldn't be news for anybody at this point. And if it is news for you, how? Let alone news that, like, I hate this stuff. I think it's dog shit. And so, like, launching this game and seeing this, like, one image, there's kind of that, like, internal question of, like, was this intentional? Was this, like, a Unity plugin? Was this, you know, how did this end up in the game? Because the rest of the game is AI free. You know, I even flipped through the game's files because I have a program that lets me, you know, open them like a can and check out the interior. And I use that for getting thumbnail assets. It's so convenient. But yeah, I looked at it. It's like literally the only image. And so some part of me is sitting there being like immediately deflated. This was a game that I had been looking forward to. But knowing that that's in there brings up the question of like, you know, how much of the rest of this game is actually, you know, made poorly. Or not actually made by people and was just extruded from a machine tube. And like how much that immediately devalues anything I experience. I keep having this happen too, and it's kind of frustrating because it's like, you know, you could ignore it, but you know, that would require me to have literally no ethics or morals, nor, you know, any social level of social consciousness. And there's so many other games that I can play that it's like, oh, that was fast. Oh, I think I died there. Well, let's get some more HP. Let's see. Well, we're going to the final boss fight. Should be fine. That was a good time to stop. Because the problem is the damage is, enemy damage is scaling. We haven't been hit much, so it's hard to notice. But yeah, the chances of me just getting randomly one-shot by things.
I am his beast, his gatekeeper, and you pray.
But so the problem with this is like, even if you can kind of, I don't want to say like ignore all of it, or let's not be there. It ultimately does drive people away from the games market and also makes games like cheaper and worse. And so I have kind of a lasting, I don't want to say like fear that the games industry is going to slowly like drive people away entirely to the point where most people pick like one or two games as service games rather than like playing actual authentic human creations. I am not to say the games as a service can't be, but
Stronger already.
let's see. How am I going to put it? Wow, this is much easier. I mean, the dude's got way too much health, but he's melting fast enough. It melts really fast when I can get all my shots to land on him. But as people lose interest in gaming in general, that also means like me as a creator loses my potential to do my job. Ow. Okay, so don't get hit by those. Yeah, so the reason why I'm surviving here is mostly just due to... Okay, got it. Crit chance or damage modifier. Let's go for that. I don't know what the extra crit chance is going to do for me. And I'm going to go for resilient. Now what? Light up the sigil. Oh, here.
Sigil lit. 4 more to burn, boys.
Okay, choose a portal. Return home, continue the hunt. I'm assuming this is return home. I think we're returning home. Yeah, what prestige level do we get up to? Freaking very high. That's the good stuff. But just to finish kind of what I was talking about, ruminating on, it's kind of one of those where like as a creator, there's some level of like looking for the exit. When I know like that's not exactly what I want to do, but it's one of those where it sticks in your head of just like, you know, how long is this even going to work? How long before Google sacrifices YouTube for something? Ooh. Kind of like how Microsoft is sacrificing Blizzard to... Blizzard and really Xbox in general. You know, when all the tech corporations decide, hey, we don't actually care about gaming anymore because they don't make infinite money like we thought they did. Do I even buy any of these? I think not. Oh, you know what I should look at for this guy? Skill tree. Because, yeah, we've got some skills. Okay, we kind of want to just get everything. Speed of your companions. Health. Ooh, amount of health food heals. Maybe that's why I had the regen. It was keeping me up. Area modifier. Whenever you cast any skill, chance to gain ammunition. Why can I not see the other half of this? How much do I have to invest into this, guys? There we go. Okay. I also know these here are universal, so we want to pick that up. Number of companions you have, and then area modifier by 5%. Yeah, we're trying to get as many of those as we possibly can. Let's see, max health of your companions. I don't think we care about that. Cast frequency of companions. Blast damage. Weirdly, there's another whole tier over there. Or not tier, branch of this tree that I can't reach. Strange. Oh. There we go. Max health by 3, movement speed, 5% for all characters. It's not amazing, but it is there. Damn, we maxed this guy out. Maybe not totally, but a lot. Yeah, do I want to keep going for the boost of being well fed? I think so. Okay. Chance of finding food from enemies. I think this guy was self-healing due to food, which is very nice. And yeah, I do wonder about, like, stacking more companions on him and what that could give me. I should probably invest into them. Probably should go kill more bosses. We should probably play more of this game. There's a lot we have not even touched. Look at this guy. I used to mainline the Paladin. He's so dinky in comparison to everything. Anyway, for now at least, that's Soulstone Survivors. Oh, we've unlocked the Machinist. I don't remember how I unlocked him, but hey, I don't have enough reason. I spent all of my minor Soulstones. It's okay, we got other characters we can play. But I do want to try and unlock this character, because he looks fun. Him and this guy. Big dwarf with a big chain gun. Oh, that'll be fun. For now, though, I guess I will see you on the next episode of Soulstone Survivors, whenever that's going to be. Kind of when I feel like it, or if it gets another big update. I absolutely adore the Titan Hunt game mode. I think it is... oh yeah, go figure that was hard in the beginning. Everything had twice as much health. We should probably just stick to the first 2 tiers for now, and then work our way up. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, we've also unlocked this. Increase your damage by 0.1 for every 500 minor Soulstones you currently have. Ooh. I mean, it's not huge, but it's still nice. Every time you apply bleed, chance to increase your cast frequency. That's extremely good for a bleed build. And increases your crit chance by just 25%. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, yeah, I'll have to do more episodes to this at some point. For now, though, I guess I might as well say that, yeah, if you want to pick up Soulstone Survivors, just follow the link in the description below. I will say there's probably going to be a sale on it within the next week or two. It's currently $15, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't go down to 10. So if you want to hold off on picking it up until then, it's probably a good idea. But it is one of the better bullet heavens out there. It has some of the nicer looking special effects and a lot of content, a lot of grind, but grind in a good way and in a very fun, enjoyable way. And something to keep in mind. But for now, I guess if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.